There are now among us intruding agents of light, source light, vectors of source light, reclaiming heaven. The kingdom of heaven is taken by force. Now, wide gate Christians will take this to mean something in the outward world, conquering, going on a crusade, World War III. But this kingdom of heaven is within. Therefore, the battle is within. Taken by force, the kingdom of heaven is in impeccable actions, with each citizen of heaven monitoring their own energies, paying attention to that struggle within against the lower nature, the ego, the animal self, the petty ego. Not trusting your higher, energetic, eternal self, your Atman, your guardian angel, whatever tradition you are comfortable with, but it is your higher, energetic, eternal self. That is the story of the life here in third dimension, the interplay between your lower animal self, which is not evil, it's why we're here in this dimension, but it has been hijacked to be the focus, the sole focus of people's reality through their five senses, the satiation of all of their lower animal activities. But there's a huge shift, a huge purification that is now among us. You must sense this, an escalated awakening, dislodging all which was before, even the deepest subconscious, those hidden programs, nefarious programs, deeply buried that kept us tethered, kept us embroiled within this false matrix, focusing outward, the wide path to destruction, to perdition. But the struggle is within, impeccable attention paid to reinventing, to recreating, to this newly born awareness, consciousness, energetic, eternal consciousness that we all possess. And it is merely our focus that allows us to possess it more fully and embody it more fully, or not. Because cosmic tidal waves upon waves of light, intruding agents of light, vectors of light, spirals upon spirals of light, encoded with this light, the fires of purification, the codes of creation are amplified by the suns beyond suns. This is source light. This is the creator who has now taken an interest in this little corner of the multiverse where we're all exist to put things aright. The seventh central sun of illumination is now upon us as we step into these new timelines. We will emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient with a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Be still and know that you are God. But your impeccability, your attention, where you place your attention, this self-confidence, and not a self-confidence in the lower self, the ego self, the illusion, but your soul self, your etheric double, inner God, your Holy Spirit, your guardian angel, whatever name you are comfortable with that you give it. But the kingdom of heaven is taken by force. And this is not an outward type of action. And before rebelling, taking things by force, thinking that it's the wide path of destruction against other people, this is just more revolutions. Not an evolution, but a revolution, just going back in the same circles. The lower base, third dimensional wide circles, not ever advancing, evolving to the higher source point. But true disciples rebel against themselves. against all the evil entities that has settled within ourselves through our own actions, our own path within this third dimensional reality. But human beings do not understand the role of rebellion. They do not know where, when, how, or against whom to rebel. We must rebel, but against all the undesirable entities that dwell within us in the form of weaknesses and that mislead and gnaw at us, that take away our power through petty lies, through petty conflicts in the outer third dimensional world, which is by design, which distracts you from your kingdom of heaven within. But we do not understand that this battle, this wide path to perdition, is not an outward battle. The kingdom of heaven is within, therefore the struggle is within, to be impeccable. But it is not by fighting outward forces that we will get them to change the way these outward forces behave. These outward forces, these other peoples, these conflicts will only change when they sense that we have changed, that we have become wise, intelligent, and radiant. Radiant. We radiate the power of source, the love within us, the own light, our own light. We have become wise. Thanks to the luminous entities that we have managed to attract, to ally ourselves with, it is by rebelling against ourselves that we will overcome and transform others. And when we kill the idiocy within us, the manipulated energetic programs, when we delete these programs of the matrix, when we realize the illusion of the ego that takes itself for the boss, this is the first victory over self. The war for a warrior is the total struggle against the individual self that has deprived man of his power, your connection to source. What do you give your power away to on a daily basis? If you're doom scrolling, or if you're caught up in interpersonal conflicts and such, and through your ego, you will be drained, and that is by design. But the definition, though, of a proper jihad, a holy war, is as follows. It's advocated by the Quran, the Holy Quran. It is not about fighting against other brothers. We are all brothers and sisters before the eternal source of all creation. So in Muslim tradition, it reports that when Muhammad returned from battle, he told his followers, we return from the lesser jihad to the greater jihad. The greater jihad, the greater holy war, is the more difficult and more important struggle against one's ego, against one's own selfishness, greed, and evil. It is a question of fighting against the only worthy enemy, the one who lodges itself, who sneaks into your heart. Your worst enemy is you. The you, subordinate to the ego, your sense of peace, equanimity. So if it's subordinated to your lower animal ego, the little master, the dominant beast, which the beast system who devours light and love, which is by design, then you're at the mercy of this third dimension matrix. But when you connect with your eternal source aspect, when you're in this world but not of this world, when you have confidence in your own impeccability, you have mastered your emotions, you control your own reactions, your own emotions, your own animal desires, then you truly have established the kingdom of heaven within. You truly have taken the kingdom of heaven by force, and you will receive the benefits of the golden age that is now here among us. But May 25th, dear viewer, May 25th, right around that time, a vast cosmic pulse of energy is going to come, and todos los gentes del mundo, all the peoples of the world, are going to be shown the reality of their soul, their higher, eternal, energetic self. They're going to be shown that reality, and it's going to be juxtaposed with the irreality of this fallen world, this wide path that most Christians are upon. Take the narrow gate, take the kingdom of heaven by force. Namaste. Namaskaram.